Hi guys, hopefully you're doing well. To all my subscribers, those of you which have your own gifts of your own, each of you individually have your own little special thing that you do, or multiple things that you do. I have a question for some of you. Now, when it comes to seeing the aura, especially around trees or something like that, if you go outside just before sunrise or just before sunset, it's a lot easier. There's a whole idea of kind of fading your vision in and out. You know, when people get that glassy kind of stare where they stare off, like some people call it like a zombie look. That's where they're kind of fading their vision out. They don't see anything else and they can kind of go within. And then you can also have the super hyper vision where you're locked in and you can kind of shift your eyes as well. Well, when you're using the kind of faded one, you should be able to just see the outline of auras around certain objects. And the other day, I was just about to get in the shower and I had been wearing this sweater all day long and I noticed it was just hanging over top of one of the drawers outside of the counter for the sink, and I could see the aura around it, and it got me thinking. This is something I've discussed before, where when you take hand-me-downs from other people, that sometimes the energy that's left behind, the imprint that's left behind on that article of clothing, this is why a lot of people like brand new clothing. Nothing against anybody that wants to only buy brand new clothing. I totally understand it. And nothing against people that don't want to have secondhand clothing or go to, you know, thrift shop or even get secondhand clothing from family. I learned this very early, that when I started wearing other people's clothing, I mean, my grandmother would give me clothing, my aunts, my cousins, sometimes some of my friends would give me clothing. And there's kind of like almost like an energy exchange there. There is still an imprint. If a person doesn't cleanse the clothing properly and, I don't want to say sage them, but kind of part separate from their clothing, it still carries that whole idea of touching. I don't know if you're religious. I personally am not 100% sure about this, of touching another person's clothing or hair, or like what they call it, a shroud or something like that, and even just like touching the cloth. When a person wears an item for long enough, or has an item, it doesn't have to be clothing, they kind of leave an imprint on it. And this is where you get the whole idea of certain things. People say they're haunted, or, you know, they carry specific energies. And then you have other people with gifts that can touch items and they can pick up energies and they can get a read off it and almost have like an inner vision of like a little snippets. Well, I just thought it was really interesting and I wanted to get your take on it. I really am curious to know which one of you, you know, put in the comments down below if you have that ability to see the aura around a person. Some people are really good at it and they can read auras off of people and they can get the different colors on the spectrum and see what they're resonating at, what frequency they are, because each color has a frequency too. Each clothing article has a frequency. So cotton and linen would be very high vibrational frequency, and what would you call it, spandex, or what's the one a lot of people love, fleece, is very low. It's like close to, like, I don't want to say corpse level, but the frequency of fabric is different as well. So I thought this was interesting. I just wanted to discuss it and, you know, kind of put a quick little video up there because I'm busy today. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Many other videos on there if you're interesting. Yeah, please let me know in the comments down below if you're interested, okay? And hopefully you guys have a good day.